Analytic philosophy, also sometimes known as Anglo-American philosophy, is a branch of philosophy that emphasizes clarity, rigor, and argumentative precision. Originating primarily in the early 20th century in the English-speaking world, it focuses on the logical and linguistic analysis of philosophical problems. Analytic philosophy seeks to resolve philosophical questions by dissecting the language and concepts used to express them, often drawing on formal logic and the natural sciences. Analytic philosophy emerged as a reaction against the metaphysical speculations of 19th century philosophers such as Georg Friedrich Wilhelm Hegel. It began to take shape with philosophers like Gottlob Frege, Bertrand Russell, and later Ludwig Wittgenstein, who were dissatisfied with the ambiguity and imprecision they found in traditional philosophy. This new approach aimed to make philosophy more scientific and apparently objective, with strong emphases on logic, linguistic analysis, and the philosophy of mathematics. Frege is often considered the founder of analytic philosophy, especially due to his work in logic and the philosophy of language. Russell and Alfred North Whitehead advanced these ideas further, particularly through their attempt, albeit failed, to reduce mathematics to logical foundations in their Principia Mathematica. Wittgenstein, one of the most influential figures in the field of analytic philosophy, contributed crucial ideas with his works Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus and later Philosophical Investigations, which respectively shaped the early and later developments in analytic philosophy. Willard Van Orman Quine and Donald Davidson are notable for their work in the mid-20th century that challenged some of the established norms and dogmas within analytic philosophy, particularly regarding the role of language and the nature of knowledge. The primary focus of analytic philosophy is the analysis of language and concepts as the route to resolving philosophical problems. This involves several areas and philosophical schools. Logical positivism argues that philosophy should emulate the natural sciences, focusing only on empirically verifiable statements and rejecting metaphysical claims as literally meaningless. Ordinary language philosophy examines everyday language to understand philosophical problems, suggesting that many such problems are the result of linguistic confusion. The philosophy of mind and the philosophy of science are concerned with the nature of consciousness, the mind-body problem, and the structure and language of scientific inquiry. While sometimes considered abstract or overly formalistic, analytic philosophy has practical applications in areas such as artificial intelligence, where questions about the nature of mind and computation intersect. It also plays a critical role in ethics, political philosophy, and the philosophy of law, where its emphasis on clarity and argumentation helps sharpen debates about justice, rights, and moral conduct. Analytic philosophy has been critiqued by those who see it as overly focused on language and disengaged from real-world issues. Critics argue that its sometimes narrow focus can ignore broader existential and social questions that are addressed by continental philosophers who look at issues such as existentialism, phenomenology, and hermeneutics. Despite these criticisms, analytic philosophy continues to evolve, and its methods are used widely across philosophical disciplines, influencing studies in epistemology, metaphysics, and beyond. Today, analytic philosophy remains the predominant branch of philosophy, particularly in the academic institutions of the English-speaking or Anglo-American world. It continues to be a major force in professional philosophy, characterized by its ongoing commitment to formal logic, the philosophy of language, and the analysis of philosophical concepts. In summary, analytic philosophy represents a significant stream of modern philosophical thought, characterized by its emphasis on linguistic analysis and logical argumentation. By focusing on the structures and implications of language, analytic philosophy seeks to clarify and resolve philosophical problems, contributing significantly to both theoretical and applied philosophical issues.